Oh, hello.
What's up?
Not much. I see that you signed up for level one, and we still got videos.
What's
We still
up? Can
got
you hear
lag.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Cool.
Can you hear
Cool.
me? Why is it such a lag?
I hear you fine.
Okay, I just saw that you signed up for a level one workshop.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep, I
All
can hear
right,
you.
okay, all right, people. We here live another Sunday before the time change. Time change is gonna be next
Yes,
week,
sir.
next weekend, in fact. Um, yeah, in fact, we're gonna be on a little later, about 45 minutes later. 7:45 probably be the time we're gonna be on. Okay. Tonight we're gonna talk about, I don't know, this is gonna be directed towards people who are affiliated with Amway. We're gonna talk about that tonight, and I'll explain what I talk about. I want to be right back. Yeah. If you are a IBO, you probably the last few months got a letter in either email wise, talking about the changes that are happening in this distribution, IBO ships. There's a requirement now that you have to uh, make 60% of your revenue or PV or whatever you want to call it through a customer base. They call it a VCS, verified customer sales. I know you got one of those, Kent, didn't you? We've been having a lot of lag time here. Hello? Okay. We got a, like I said, everybody who's affiliated with Amway has got one of those letters in the mail or email stating that they have to qualify. And if you're not qualified, they put you on some clock where you are um could lose your IBO ship. I don't know how people feel about that. Looking at what they're not doing much to really train people on how to market that kind of stuff. Their product or
Yeah, I
service.
did.
Yeah. Um, you still getting a lag time, aren't we? Yeah, your video for some. Have you updated
Yeah,
your
I don't know.
internet?
On,
Hmm, okay. Well, what's happening with Amway? Like I said, I'm not sure how anybody feels about that. And this is a result
mm-hmm.
of about 10 years ago when Vima and Herbalife and maybe even Power Network got hit with sanctions because of the way they were doing their business, and it was based off of more than customer base. It was just based off membership. FCC thought that was not a way. That's not what a good business model. So some of these companies got hit with millions of dollars, multi millions of dollar fine. In fact, it put some of these companies out of business.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, there. Yeah, it's gotten better, but you can tell it's still a lag time going on.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It seems like since I got
Again,
up on my Mac, that's what I've been having with you. Hmm, not sure what that is about. I thought I upgraded my computer here. Let's not sure what that is. Uh, Let me try something right here. Let me try to reload this. Probably gonna cut me off, but let me try to do this again. Reload.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any better? Move around. You still all right. For some reason it's just I don't know if it's stream yard. Maybe it's there. See something. So what do you think about all that that's going on?
Yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try different browser. I'm gonna drop.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Kent just went off. Sorry, we've been having issues with the browser. Always some technical issues and stuff that we've been having. I don't know what's going on. But Kent just went off trying to use another browser. And like I said, we've been trying to. If you're part of the Amway, they've done some things that I don't know if it's going to be. Is how it's going to affect people in the business and whatever. They've been um, like most of these network marketing companies have been behind in what is happening in the space of online marketing, and they're still not training their reps to do anything. So we're just addressing that through this webinar, see what anybody else may have any opinions, if this is effective you guys, if you're in any network marketing thing, because a lot of us are being hit with this stuff. Talking about we need to be, and it's really not helping anybody in their business that way. Then if you don't meet that criteria, after you've paid for it, they're gonna drop you down to a preferred customer. Well, they're gonna have to give me my money back. I don't know how you feel about that, but you're not gonna drop me after I do something. At first, when they sent out the information, it was just for um new IBOs, from my understanding. Then they made it all the way around. That's where that wasn't kosher. So I don't know how any of you guys feel about that. Wait for Kent to see if he could come back on. But that's just one of the things we were talking about. And there's a lot of different things that are going on. If you follow me in any capacity online, there's a program we've been running through our educational system. And I always say, if you want to play the game, get in for $1. Okay, get in for $1 and learn to market. Biggest problem in most of these places, they don't teach people how to market. No way. No, no, no how, no way. Let me see. Right here, you can get on here for that launch. You can get on here. Um, let me see. Let me see. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, what are you using now?
Okay, I went back to Firefox.
Okay.
I was I was on yeah, I was on Chrome, so tried that out, but apparently Chrome is not liking our our arrangement. So I said, let me hop back to Firefox and see if that works better. And obviously it is.
Mm, okay. Um, like I was telling people that was this.
I, I mean, it's still a bit of a delay, but it's not as crazy as it was before. So
Oh, okay. I'm talking to tech too. Okay. Um, let me see. See if they can see what's going on. What the heck? I keep forgetting when I get on here. I gotta. I can't get the. Why is it not? Uh, shift. This is not working here. But like I said, what is your thoughts on all that? What's going on with Amway?
I know I know some IBOs are going to probably a little bit annoyed about on why now this has to be done instead of instead of this instead of the way it was done before. And I know in the letter it said that you're going to have to depend the upline. You'll need to depend. Basically, you'll need to depend on your upline on how to set up things, on how to train your downline or whatever to get more to generate more revenue into your into your business. That's almost some. I know some will say, "Well, man, that's just like that's just like having uh, doing a job almost." You
Well,
know,
like we've been saying, it's
but
not.
from a business perspective,
Well, from they're not business owners. For one, that's the misconceptions being got out there.
Mm-hmm,
You're just a rep, so they can do what the hell
mm-hmm,
they want to do.
mm-hmm.
That's why you don't depend on a lot of stuff that they do to your business. They change
Exactly.
the business model when they want to, and you ain't got much to say. Either you go with or you get the fuck out or whatever,
Right.
I guess. And there's gonna be a lot of people gonna move
Right.
on because there's a
Right.
different. We live in a different time. and Amway's not training people how to market.
Mm-hmm.
They still doing that old
Exactly.
prospecting, old out of date, and want to call it marketing. And if until they train
Mm-hmm.
people how to truly market, that's why I say you guys who are out there, you need to come over to our thing and let us train you how to market. Because what they're doing, they're not training nobody.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's because of what happened to Vima and Herbalife. They got hit with sanctions over $200 million and fines and stuff, which put Vima out of business. I don't know what they made a negotiation with Amway, but I mean, Amway had a customer base. You could sign up people as customers, but their whole business model about training people how to market wasn't there. Has never been there. It
No.
was fine when it
No.
was back in the day before social media and internet, but now I don't know. And then since one of the old time
Mm-hmm.
leaders have all passed away, they seem like they're gonna do what the fuck they want to do. I mean, what's your thoughts
Yeah.
on that?
Yeah. I think they're pretty much set on how on why the way they do the way they do things, because
Yeah.
they'll fall back on this premise like, well, we're the granddaddy marketing of them all, so to speak. Just about every other company that's came after us, if not have copied our business model, there is some derivative of our business model in most major marketing companies that have been launched since Amway. So
And you can't.
I don't and I don't see them changing that perspective at all.
Well, what I see is this: if they don't adapt, like Blockbuster and all them other companies, they're gonna be out of business. I don't give a damn if they've been around here 63 years or not. Tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because if a business cannot adapt to the changing marketplaces and they think they all that, they gone. I don't give a shit what business you're in.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them that personally.
Hey, hey,
You know,
Standard Oil used to think that too, and you
mm-hmm,
see what happened to them.
mm-hmm, that's arrogance in their part. You got a lot of that stuff in business today because you got people think they all that they don't have to change. People will go with the flow with them. No, when you got other
Mm-hmm.
alternatives in the marketplace besides you that allows them to actually be business owners, actually connect with people, truly connect with people without chasing them all over the place, they tell you to go
Mm-hmm.
bye bye. They ain't got to deal with you. You may have good products, but products ain't the best thing. It's gonna sell people on the thing. It's gonna be the training. It's gonna be the team. At least they could have.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Amway should have done. They could have created an affiliate side instead of just the customer and the network marketing part of it. They could have created an affiliate side like what MLSP has. You could join as an affiliate, don't pay
Right.
nothing, but they're gonna be greedy. They're let them be greedy, put them out of business. That's why I say,
Or at the very least, let this be a test balloon instead of a 2 month basis. Let it be a 6 or 8 month basis. Then, if you still see no no VCR or VRC, what I forget the term of what that is now, a verified customer sales, then you can say, okay, then maybe we need to downgrade your distributorship, so forth and so on. But 2 months, I mean, that window is tight.
I thought it said 5 months.
I,
I,
if unless I read it wrong, I think it's two.
well, I'll tell you what. My mom's a customer. I signed her up as a customer instead of just buying
Mm-hmm.
into whatever. But
Right.
I don't know. It's just and if when I first got that information, I thought it said that it was only for new IBOs. You know, because I even confirmed that
Mm-hmm.
with Rudy and his wife. She said, "Yeah, it was for new IBOs." And then now it's all about anybody. So what does that do
Mm-hmm.
for people like your diamonds and stuff? Because they're not doing nothing. I mean, if they already
Right.
if they're if they're only basing it off of that way, then the IBOs, your diamonds, are going to have to be placed on some other thing too, because all they're doing is sitting back and letting other people do. What are they doing as far as helping along, training their team to market and stuff? If they're not doing that, if they're doing all that other old bullshit, they need to be hit with something too.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's why I'm trying to get. That's why doing this, and I directed it towards people who are in that business, who are along
Yeah,
in that business, and I hope I
yes.
get
If
some
there's
feedback.
any Exactly. Yeah. If
Yeah.
there's anyone on here that's listening tonight who is in Amway, yeah, chime on in because we want to hear your perspective and how you feel about this. Really.
Yeah, because it's just it's really kind of um displacing a lot of people. Well, it's like anything. If you don't own it, they do all they want to do with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nobody
Yeah.
owns
He who
nothing
make.
on Amway.
Mm-hmm.
They everybody's just a distributor. You're not a business owner. You could lose your business if you lose your business. If you lose any of your distributorship, a lot of that's going to take away a lot of people's income.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if they've been doing that with the way they've been doing it. Um, and they're not making it, and most of their makeup is not through a customer, but through the downlines, revenue through
Right.
whatever they buy. Okay,
Right.
that's where the problem lies, and that's where the sanctions from the FTC hit, stating that you had have to have a customer base. I guess it couldn't just be through the IBO. Well, that's cutting into a whole
Mm-hmm.
lot of people's revenue, and maybe cutting into a whole lot of people's business in general. I don't know. Because when we was in there,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really specify about the customer base. That was maybe 5, 6 years after the point, but they still didn't, not like what they're doing now until that sanction hit them companies. Like I said, if
Right.
anybody got any questions or any comments about that kind of stuff, we like to hear from you what you think about because it could be affecting. If you're in a network marketing affiliate, it could be affecting you also. And if you got a letter from that company, and
Right.
if you're in that same situation, hit us up. We got an alternative for you to learn how to really truly market
Right.
what we learned to do. And they're not teaching that. They didn't teach us how
And
to do this stuff. Go ahead. I thought you were
and
saying
if
something.
Oh well, no, I was just going to say, just going to piggyback and not just market, but effectively market. Instead of just marketing to anybody with the pulse, we can show you how to effectively market, so you can cast your net where you know your pool of fish is going to be right there, instead of just throwing the net out blindly and hoping something catches.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of them are taught to do. And they don't understand that this is about marketing. And we always have a training every Wednesday night. Here's a link to that training that we got. You can go here. Training this week is going to be lady is making $1 million in this affiliate, Diane Hawkman. She's going to be telling you about true marketing. She's the one that talks about having a newsletter also. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so people need to understand you have to have a list, not the list that people like these network marketing like Amway try to tell you. This is my newsletter that I have. You can get on it if you want information that I don't particularly share out all the time. You can get on that. Okay, but it's a crazy situation, and I'm not sure. I don't know. Haven't heard from Rudy and them. I always really wanted to find out what they really thought about all this. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Because they've been in it longer than what we have. So
I know.
you
Um,
know.
I don't know. I got maybe I shouldn't say this, but there's another guy that I saw one of his videos today. Come to the conclusion that he was a Trump supporter. Yeah, I'm saying this. No, I'm not a Trump supporter. Never have been. It's not because he's Trump. It's because of his ideologies and stuff, and mostly what this party has been doing. He wants to refer that the guy Biden, we're worse off in a situation than we were with Trump. I'm like, you've got to be crazy. If this man has all these investigations, he had highly classified stuff that he took to him down to Mar-a-Lago, and we doing bad, worse off. So I don't get people who think like that. And I didn't ask that dude to come on my, befriend me also. And I always
Hmm.
put on my thing. If you one of those supporters, don't befriend me.
Hmm.
I don't have time to find out later on you hiding your true things. I want to know right up front, out of the gate, where you come from, what you about. So I make
Hmm.
a decision whether I want to, befriend you or not. And that's how I've always been in any type of business relationship type deal. So I don't know, man. We're in some strange times right now
Yes, indeed.
with a war in Eastern Europe. I'm just been taught kind of talk to friend Alice, and when I saw that Switzerland came out of neutral to
I know, right?
yeah, that means they're gonna be
I'm
marked.
like
Switzerland, and Sweden.
Switzerland don't do that.
No,
Switzerland was neutral when Hitler was running Germany. So you know.
and if they did that, that means by what's his name's marking him
Hmm.
because he said anybody that participates in sanctions and whatever with this, you're gonna be marked too.
He did. Yep.
And I don't know if she knows that because that's gonna affect them more than it's gonna affect us with kind of gas and because that's
Right.
Europe gets most of their petrol and stuff from you
Well,
know.
well, I just heard a report that Italy, because everybody was, when they were talking about the no-fly zone, so forth and so forth, and the sanctions. Well, Italy had quite a bit to say about it. They said, "Now we can we can do this, but you got to have something to replace it because we get nearly 20% of our oil reserves from Russia. So once that's gone, we've got to have something to replace it with." So I didn't realize they were so interdependent upon each other for resources like that.
Yeah, but that's all that Eastern Europe and all that shit like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and with what Alice did with her passport thing, I still think that was the dumbest thing she could have done.
Well, I'll give up her U.S. passport.
Mm, mm, yeah, I'm not sure if that means
Well,
citizenship altogether, but
right, right,
I thought that was a different thing you had to go through to do that. And if
right,
she did something like that, I don't know what to say to her. Now you caught in a quagmire. You don't know what's gonna be happening.
right, right,
You know,
and
that's all the
and
area.
and hope and hopefully this will be all. This is not going to end within the next 2 weeks, but
No.
hopefully this will be something that can be resolved. Maybe Putin will get in a conscience attack or something, and realize that that he got bad information from his advisors, or he overplayed his hand because he was probably thinking that Ukraine was probably the Ukraine that it was when he took over, when he came to power, after Boris Yeltsin. And they've been living under free rule since for the better part of 30 years now, maybe 30 plus years now, and they don't want to go back, and they're risking it all, literally and figuratively, not to go back to those days. And I think he's overplayed his hand on that, in that aspect. But
Yeah,
this is Putin, so who knows what his next move is going to be?
yeah. Well, it's always all politics, even in network marketing. Amway was always a right wing enthusiast, and they kind of got on my
Yeah,
nerves with this shit when you go to these functions, as if that's the only thing where you're supposed to think, and that was not what people were paying to come to them things for. They didn't come to hear that shit. And that's not. I don't want to get into that
right,
with
right.
here too, but
Mm-hmm.
you got to understand. This seems like there's been a big influx of that kind of attitude ever since we got. I mean, it was there, but since when we got Trump in, it's been people felt relaxed to do and say what the hell they wanted to say, no matter
Yeah.
where they were. He almost gave them license to. That's not what should have happened, but it did. We already knew it was there, but and you hear what Leslie, what's his name, Graham, the what's his
Oh,
name,
Lindsey Graham. Yeah,
Lindsey Graham. I didn't. My mother heard that. He said they need to take him out.
yeah. He said that. Yeah.
But personally, I've been saying that for a while. I said that when
Mm-hmm.
Trump was in office. I did. I said everybody probably hearing it, but I thought that when Trump was in office, I bet you would have put Trump in line if they'd have done that. Maybe not, but I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
that's why he's acting the way he is, because he didn't have the president he got. He wanted another year with Trump, too.
Right.
There's a whole lot of
Right.
things that are going on. So, and no, and the people that think that I don't know, especially people of color, some of y'all, I don't know what you think you're gonna get out of it. The problem with a lot of stuff is that they weren't. He when he did them tax things, he wasn't looking out for some white folks. He was looking out
Right.
for a certain economic base of white folks. And he sure wasn't looking out for any black people, if any. And he probably wasn't looking out for them that had the
Mm-hmm.
money. Okay? If you understood his history with his father, how he did black people with rent in Manhattan, why would you vote for something like that? You know,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Trump wasn't like back then. They said because of, even though they were, somewhat wealthy or whatever, he came from Jamaica Queen. That wasn't looked upon as upper echelon. Jamaica Queen. Hey, anybody watch the show Power? That's where it comes from. Okay?
Hmm.
So, they think those people that live in Jamaica Queens, New York, are low life. So they didn't fit in anywhere. This is one of the reasons why he acts the way he does. Okay? So a lot of y'all don't understand his history, they don't understand all that stuff. So I don't know. It's a crazy situation. And dealing with these network marketing companies ain't no different. And I'm sorry, but that's the same thing that happened with Amway. Amway's a right wing enthusiast. I don't think they've changed that much. You know, they care about one thing: plata, money. Okay, that's all they care about. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but you don't do stuff to other people to get it. Step on other people's toes, saying they ain't this or that or whatever. It's in a matter of ways. Expect somebody even to keep some kind of integrity,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's been going on. And now with all this other stuff, I'm wondering how they are acting now with all this stuff. Since we've had this virus thing, there's not been any live events. I wouldn't go to a live event if I paid me to now. Tell you the
No,
truth.
and even yeah, and even though apparently things are slowly opening back up, no, not at this time. I would not. I would not go to a live event.
Mm-mm. Even if they went back to that, and if this virus just disappeared, I wouldn't go back to any of them live events anymore, just because of what they stand for.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, there's no need to. With technology the way we got today, we don't need to be sitting up in no place 4 or 5 hours hearing a lot of bullshit that's not what we come here to hear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who gives a damn about your political affiliation or your religious affiliation? Not what we come here for. And that was the biggest problem. And now they want to implement this into a business model. I think they're gonna hurt them very badly.
Mm-hmm. I would, and maybe this isn't known to the IBO public in general. Maybe this is it's like maybe this is a weeding out. You know, let's say in June or in June or July or something like that. They come down with another provision that's re, that's revising this because I think this month, April and May are going to be critical uh, for that because there's if folks are not hitting that metric are not at that standard that they set. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to either just move on or I think a lot of people will just move on. I really do.
Well, one of the things they're gonna have to
And they're going
understand.
to and that's going to have to force them to at least take a look at the revision on that stance.
Their retail to commission is lacking too.
Mm-hmm.
Most people trying to get their auto ship off the ground can't because of the retail to commission ain't there unless you got a big team
Right.
and big customer base.
Right.
And if it's going to be about the customer, then you got to have a more of a customer base than you have a team. So that's going to weed out a
Right.
lot of people, and it's going to hurt a lot of revenue in people's network. If it's all based
Mm-hmm.
off of that and not what the Amway, the revenue comes through up through the uplines and stuff, then something it's gonna hurt them.
Sure.
Because
Yes.
most
And
people's revenue came through the revenue that's being bought through the upline, buy from yourself type of thing, not basically on a customer thing.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
See?
And that's why I think these next 2 months are going to be crucial. April and May are going to be very crucial months.
Yeah. So I wonder if anybody, I don't know, maybe we don't have anybody on here tonight that is part of that or is affected in
Mm-hmm.
any capacity in their business. But I just thought I need to bring that up and people. I hope somebody from Amway sees it. Really, I
Yes.
do. If you want to kick me out of it because I put this out there like that, well, you don't own me. I don't work for you. So basically, you know where you can go with that shit.
Hey, hey, and then that the and that the mantra, it's your business, right?
Yeah.
So
If you want to say it's
we're
our
just
business,
conducting ourselves accordingly.
yeah. And we don't like what we see, we're gonna talk about
Mm-hmm.
it. A lot of y'all don't like that because you don't have the control. See, the internet and social media disrupted the way most network marketing companies operate. That's the problem. They don't need them for a lot of different things. You can use the internet to talk to anybody around the world. Um, those two leads that I posted up on social media a week ago, that was from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that wasn't local. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
from what I saw. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not about if I was trying to do that stuff through Amway, I would have had to go through some old dumb shit. Remember, I don't know if I ever
Like
told you
you
the
did that
story.
last time before.
Yeah,
Before,
when there was a
yeah,
customer that wanted something of mine.
someone from India, I believe.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
wanted me to go through this other international thing. I said, why do I need to go through that? I didn't go
Mm-hmm.
through that to get the lead. I said,
Mm-hmm.
I know Jusudian, but I'm not gonna give him any money because I'm the one that attracted the lead. He didn't.
Right.
See, that's what they don't like. That's why they're coming up with these other things. And Amway needed to let go of that kind of stuff. They should have been more adjusted in what's going on in the marketplace.
You're right.
And if they can't be more flexible, they don't need to be in business. I don't care who they are. No business. This is a different day. What y'all were working with, and then the training and tools that you had, they worked in the time period that they did. They don't work that well today. It's like I keep telling people, quit talking about prospecting. Prospecting ain't marketing. Quit trying to use that term in the same realm of what we're being taught. That's some of my problems with even with my Lee Sister Pro. They need to
Yeah.
get rid of some talking points, some lingo that doesn't work. I don't care if you're in network marketing. Network marketers got to understand we're trying to teach you how to market. We're not teaching you how to prospect. Try prospecting, chasing fools all over the place, even if you're online.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's just chasing, 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 chasing. And if that's not what you're doing, you're not doing what you say this whole entity is about. You use these tools to connect with people. Now, if they want to connect with you through a Zoom call or phone call, that's fine. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is literally chasing fools all over the damn internet trying to get them to see your stuff. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. If that's the business model, then I get the hell out. But I ain't doing that. That's why I said if it wasn't for social media, internet, when it came about, I was quit. Because I was not chasing motherfuckers about. I'm not doing it. I don't chase women about stuff like that. You think I'm gonna chase you about business? You either are attracted or you're not. That's just the bottom line. There ain't no gray area. It's either or. With me, I can't speak for Kent. I'm talking about me personally.
Oh. Oh. Well. Hey. I'll have to admit, I used to chase. Back in my younger days, I used to chase a couple of women here a time or two, but that ship has sailed.
Yeah, my ship
So.
has sailed a long time ago. Probably before your ship has sailed. Okay.
So no, I no, and yeah, and that was the same when I first came on to network marketing. Used to take the nose and try to talk to everyone with the pulse, and that got old quick. So
It gets oh
no,
real quick.
when
Uh,
yeah, when Greg introduced this to me, I mean, at first I was skittish. I'll have to admit with this particular concept, but the more I started looking into it, more I started checking it out. I said, "This makes sense. This makes sense. Why beat your head up against the wall trying to trying to talk to people who are really not interested, or they say they're interested, and then you come up to the door and they're nowhere to be found, or or God forbid if you did like one of our mentors did, go all the way, what, 800
He drove from
miles from your home,
yeah, he drove
and
from here to Atlanta. Now from here to Atlanta, one way, people, is 10 hours. 10 hours to a place that he
and
wasn't even there.
ooh,
No show. See, I told this story
no
once
show.
before. I said I'd have waited for his ass. See, I'd have been hot. I'd probably gone to jail or something. I'd have been hot. I'd have found this. You had me. You couldn't even tell me that you weren't interested. I drive 10 hours one way, and you not there. You don't even
Right.
whatever. Oh,
And
don't play me like
or
that.
at least
Stay the hell away from me then.
call, say,
Yeah,
hey, don't bother coming,
I just don't play
no.
that kind of game.
So this,
You know,
yeah,
we
for
don't.
this system, it's almost, it's not perfect, mind you, but it's pretty damn near perfect,
It's
because
not
it
perfect, but it
gives
makes sense.
right, and
That's
it
all.
gives you the tools. It gives you the tools to give you leverage on how to market your business,
Yeah, that's
branding
all we
you.
need. See, we call this network marketing, but what we do, what most of y'all doing is network prospecting. In fact, you're not even networking. Okay, networking is going to places, meeting people, finding out what they do, just having a conversation over a drink, like you go to a happy hour. That's networking, people. Y'all don't even
Hmm.
do that in the business. Y'all specifically chase down fools about them joining your business, and then you haggle them till they join or whatever. That's not networking.
Hmm.
And you prospect them right there when you get them, or somebody that like you said has a pulse. You on there like white on rice. Nobody wants that shit. You
Hmm.
get uninvited to summer parties that are coming up. You probably got uninvited to Christmas parties that were around.
Can't come to the cookout. No, 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 because he gonna be talking. No.
Hey, nobody want to hear this shit. All you gonna do? Here
Right.
come that damn Amway guy. Here come that networking guy. They start running
Hmm.
from you. They start running from you like you got the plague. They should have been running from you like they when them people that weren't vaccinated. That's how they running from you.
Okay.
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 Some of y'all should have been running from that, but y'all weren't. And that's how they're gonna run from you when they know you that person. That's why we have a training system that will help you do this thing right, not the way these companies are trying to tell you to do it now. They want to try to take your revenue away because they haven't got the balls enough to do it right or teach anybody how to do it right because they're making money on the system that they've been doing for 50 years. Now you got the internet. They want to say that I don't believe they're making as much money as they want because they were up to almost 20 million billion dollars until they fell back down in 2012, 2011.
Hmm.
So that tells you something was going on, what hit them um, monetarily because of the marketplace. People ain't doing shit the way they want them to do. Okay, they ain't doing it. So and look, we coming up on the hour and stuff. I just thought I needed to talk about this. What do we? What's up for next week, man? We still we
Hey,
having a guest?
I'm hoping so. She hasn't respond confirmed, but because I let her know, we'll be starting at 7 because she'll be doing her show at 7. But I'm just gonna confirm. Hey, we still good? If not, let me know what date. If it's not this week, next week. So hopefully we will have our guests the 13th. If not the 13th, the 20th. And if for whatever reason we can't do it, then we'll schedule it at another time. But
All right.
I will let you know directly, either Tuesday or Wednesday,
Okay,
if
man.
not sooner. If not
Okay.
sooner. Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Um.
Yep. Oh no. Oh no. because I sent her a message Sunday, or not Sunday, but yesterday, but I hadn't heard anything yet.
Okay. Well, with that
Mm.
being said, like I said, coming up on an hour. Got any other thoughts, questions, or criticisms you want to say, Kent? Because
Hey guys, hey, appreciate y'all coming on. And even though we were hoping that some Amway representatives or IBOs were live, hey, you can leave a question in the comments, and if we see that question there, myself or Greg will answer any question that you guys have, because we really do want to know how the Amway IBOs feel about this new policy that's come down. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on that, let it. If you want to direct message us, you can do that too, or you could just leave a question in the comments there on the Sunset Sunday page.
okay, and like I always say, can't be nothing's promised. Anything. I remember Pamela. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
she lost her job. She's 71 years old, which she lost her job
Oh
at
my gosh.
Metropolitan. I'm saying 71 years old. This
Oh
is
my
what I keep
gosh.
telling people. Them jobs ain't for you. It ain't for you. If you drop dead, you're dead. They'll replace your job and be in the newspaper before your before your obituary. That's what they do, people. That's not
And you
my quote.
can't
That's Les Brown.
and you can't will a job, folks, to your uh,
Nope,
to your kids.
nope. So what a good are the
Not
JOB?
that they would want it anyway. Not that they would want it anyway. Most of them.
It doesn't make any sense. Well, people, we're off of here. This is I'm ending a little early today. Um, just them, you know. Um, since we don't have any really that many comments and stuff on there. Like I said, will he be here next week, 7:45? Start a little later
Seven
because that's
forty-five.
daylight saving time starts next week. Start 7:45.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Probably
get used to that myself.
by May or June will probably be 8:45. Okay. With that being said, I hope you got value from what we're saying. Peace, people. Take care, and we'll see you next week with guest or not.
Stay safe, everybody.